Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a deep dive into one of the most talked about returns in the automotive world, the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner. This car has been surrounded by anticipation for years, and now that it's finally here, the big question is whether it truly lives up to the legendary name that once dominated American streets and drag strips. From the very first glance, the Roadrunner commands attention, blending retro-inspired muscle with modern design cues that make it impossible to ignore. Asterisk looking straight at the front. The car immediately gives off a bold and aggressive stance. The wide grille stretches across with a blacked-out mesh design, framed by sharp LED headlights that pay homage to the classic Roadrunner while bringing in a futuristic edge. The hood features sculpted lines with functional air vents, hinting at the raw power waiting underneath. It's the kind of front end that makes you want to move out of its way when you see it coming in your rearview mirror. And that's exactly the kind of attitude you'd expect from a car with this badge. Asterisk from the side, the Roadrunner showcases a perfect balance between muscle car proportions and modern aerodynamics. The long hood flows into a slightly sloped roofline, creating a fastback silhouette that looks both athletic and refined. Pronounced wheel arches house massive performance tires wrapped around striking alloy rims, available in several finishes depending on the trim. The side profile is clean, with subtle character lines running through the doors, giving it just the right amount of aggression without going over the top. You'll also notice small touches like the Roadrunner emblem neatly placed near the fender, a respectful nod to its heritage that old-school enthusiasts will definitely appreciate. Asterisk as you move to the back. The design becomes even more dramatic. A full-width LED light bar stretches across the rear, giving it a high-tech vibe, while the spoiler is integrated neatly into the trunk lid for improved aerodynamics. The bumper sits low and wide, with a dual exhaust system that not only looks intimidating, but delivers the kind of growl you'd expect from a muscle car revival. The Roadrunner logo is proudly displayed at the center, reminding you that this isn't just another modern coupe, it's a resurrection of an icon. Asterisk stepping inside the cabin of the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner strikes a surprising balance between modern technology and retro charm. The dashboard is driver-focused, wrapping slightly around with a mix of digital and analog styling. A large digital display dominates the center console, offering everything from navigation to performance readouts, while the instrument cluster behind the steering wheel combines customizable digital dials with classic touches, like a retro-inspired tachometer animation when you rev the engine. The seats are heavily bolstered for spirited driving, yet still comfortable enough for long road trips with options for leather or Alcantara finishes. The interior lighting is ambient, allowing drivers to choose different colors to match their mood. And the sound system has been tuned for both crisp clarity and deep bass, though the real soundtrack of this car is the engine itself. Plymouth has also paid attention to the small details with stitching patterns inspired by the old Roadrunner interiors, making it feel both futuristic and nostalgic at the same time. Asterisk, now let's talk about what really matters: performance. Under the hood, the 2026 Roadrunner offers multiple powertrain options, but the star of the show is the high-performance V8 that cranks out well over 500 horsepower, depending on the trim level. There are also hybrid-assisted versions available, offering not just a boost in efficiency, but also instant torque delivery that enhances acceleration, with a 0 to 60 time hovering around the mid-3-second range for the top models. This car is no joke when it comes to raw speed. Handling has been refined with adaptive suspension, giving drivers the choice between a comfortable daily driving mode and a track-ready setup at the push of a button. Brembo brakes provide sharp stopping power, while the chassis feels planted and confident even at high speeds. Plymouth wanted to bring back the Roadrunner as more than just a straight-line muscle car. and the driving dynamics prove they've succeeded. Asterisk, when it comes to pricing, the Roadrunner has been positioned to appeal to both enthusiasts and collectors. The base model starts at around the mid-$40,000 range, which is surprisingly competitive given the performance it offers. Higher trims with the V8 and performance packages climb toward the $70,000 mark, and limited edition variants may push even higher, especially those with exclusive styling cues or heritage-inspired finishes. Considering what this car delivers in terms of style, history, and raw capability, it feels like Plymouth has struck a fair balance between affordability and exclusivity. Asterisk, if you're considering the 2026 Roadrunner. The main suggestion would be to carefully choose the trim level that best suits your needs. If you're after the nostalgic experience and don't need insane power, the entry-level models already provide plenty of thrills while still giving you that classic muscle car feel. But if you want the full experience of what this modern revival can do, the higher trims are absolutely worth it, especially with the added performance tuning and hybrid boost options. It's also worth noting that this car has major collector potential, so for some buyers, it could even be a long-term investment. Asterisk, in the end, the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner isn't just another attempt at reviving a classic nameplate. A genuine return of one of the most iconic American cars, reimagined for a new era. It combines retro-inspired styling with modern technology, thrilling performance with everyday usability, and heritage with innovation. For anyone who grew up dreaming of the Roadrunner, this car delivers that same sense of excitement, but in a way that feels fresh and relevant today. Whether you're a longtime enthusiast or someone just discovering the name for the first time, the new Roadrunner proves that legends never really die. They just come back faster, louder, and better than ever. Asterisk.